Good day. I'm John Pritchard, and this is lesson 2 of course 1, Taking a Hold of Your Life. I have a question for you. How do you measure a good day? What are the chances that this day is going to be a good day for you? Well, for some people, the chances are very good that this is going to be a good day because of the way they face every day.
You think this is just another day in your life? It's not just another day. It's the one day that is given to you today. It's given to you. It's a gift. It's the only gift that you have right now, and the only appropriate response is gratefulness. If you do nothing else but to cultivate that response to the great gift that this unique day is, if you learn to respond as if it were the first day in your life and the very last day, then you will have spent this day very well. Begin by opening your eyes and be surprised that you have eyes you can open. That incredible array of colors that is constantly offered to us for pure enjoyment. Look at the sky. We so rarely look at the sky. We so rarely note how different it is from moment to moment with clouds coming and going. We just think of the weather, and even of the weather we don't think of all the many nuances of weather. We just think of good weather and bad weather. This day, right now, is unique weather. Maybe a kind that will never exactly in that form come again. The formation of clouds in the sky will never be the same that is right now. Open your eyes, look at that. Look at the faces of people whom you meet. Each one has an incredible story behind their face. A story that you could never fully fathom. Not only their own story, but the story of their ancestors. We all go back so far. And in this present moment, on this day, all the people you meet, all that life from generations and from so many places all over the world, flows together and meets you here like a life-giving water if you only open your heart and drink. Open your heart to the incredible gifts that civilization gives to us. You flip a switch and there is electric light. You turn a faucet and there is warm water and cold water and drinkable water. It's a gift that millions and millions in the world will never experience. So these are just a few of an enormous number of gifts to which we can open your heart. And so I wish you that you will open your heart to all these blessings and let them flow through you. that everyone whom you will meet on this day will be blessed by you. Just by your eyes, by your smile, by your touch, just by your presence. Let the gratefulness overflow into blessing all around you. And then it will really be a good day.
Wouldn't it be awesome to face every day like that? How's this for a good day? In Luke chapter 24, verse 13 to 35, it says this. Now that same day, two of the disciples were going to a village called Emmaus, about 7 miles from Jerusalem. They were talking with each other about everything that had just happened. As they talked and discussed these things with each other, Jesus himself came up and walked along with them, but they were kept from recognizing him. And he asked them, "What are you discussing together as you walk along?" They stood still, their faces downcast. One of them, called Cleopas, asked him, "Are you the only one visiting Jerusalem who does not know the things that have happened in these days?" "What things?" he asked. "About Jesus of Nazareth," they replied. "He was a prophet, powerful in word and deed before God and all the people. The chief priests and our rulers handed him over to be sentenced to death, and they crucified him. But we had hoped that he was the one that was going to redeem Israel. And what is more, it is the third day since all this took place. In addition, some of the women amazed us. They went to the tomb early this morning, but didn't find his body. They came and told us they had seen a vision of angels who had said he was alive. Then some of our companions went to the tomb and found it just as the woman had said, but they did not see Jesus." He said to them, "How foolish you are, and how slow to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Did not the Messiah have to suffer these things and then enter his glory?" And beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he explained to them that what was said in the scriptures concerning himself. As they approached the village to which they were going, Jesus continued on as if he were going further. But they urged him strongly, "Stay with us, for it is nearly evening and the day is almost over." So he went in and stayed with them. When he was at the table with them, he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, and began to give it to them. Then their eyes were opened and they recognized him, and he disappeared from their sight. They asked each other, "Were not our hearts burning with us while he talked with us on the road and opened the scriptures to us?" They got up and returned at once to Jerusalem. There they found the 11 and those with them assembled together and saying, "It is true, the Lord has risen and has appeared to Simon." Then the two told what had happened along the way and how Jesus was recognized by them when he broke the bread. These moments the disciples shared changed their lives. The Bible actually has a special word for these moments. There are several words in the Greek language which translate into the English word for time. One is chronos. It's the one we would find most familiar, meaning successive or sequential time, the kind of time you find on your watch. Then there is the word kairos. Kairos is another word for time, but it is more a moment in time. It goes deeper than a minute or an hour, and it stays with a person longer. It's like what we might call a season in time. A kairos is measured by its significance, not its structure. In other words, it can be small or big. It can be in the past or present. It can be positive or negative. And it can be something said or done. And a Kairos moment doesn't have to be spiritual or supernatural, but it certainly can be. Not all Kairos moments are from God, but he certainly uses them, as we have seen in scriptures and in our own lives many times. So a Kairos moment can be a variety of things, but it's always significant and always personal and always has the potential of changing your perspective. God uses moments like these, maybe even more than we know. He is always moving, speaking, and intervening. Now, what if we were always on the lookout for these kinds of moments? What if at the end of the day, we could look back and see times when God personally interacted with us? Wouldn't that make it a good day, to say the least? Even if the event itself wasn't inherently good. And wouldn't that give us a different perspective on our whole life? The disciples certainly had several of those. Another one is in Acts 4, verse 20. When threatened and told not to speak or heal in that name anymore, the disciples told the authorities, that's going to be a problem. You see, we just can't help it. We have to speak what we have seen and heard. We've had moments with the maker of heaven and earth, and we're different now. That's what a Kairos moment can do. Kairos moments can change the trajectory of our lives. We're going in a certain direction. Then one of those moments come along and it nudges or sometimes slams us in a different direction. God can and will do that. Your life story may be full of them. We're going to be coming back to this in the next lesson, Digging for Gold. For now, read through the curriculum to get a better understanding and then take some time to think about the Kairos moments you've experienced in your life. Jot some of them down in the worksheet that's provided, because identifying them will help you process them and actually own them. When you're ready, you can mark this lesson complete and then move on to the next lesson. Oh, and have a good day.